Today is August the 21st, 2024. This is Carmen bringing you your daily Bloodborne Remaster update. No news on a Bloodborne Remaster today, but the emulator, of course, is making great strides. I think I saw it running on a Steam Deck today. Bloodborne is close, man. They got it running on a Steam Deck. Like I said, it's barely running, but it's running, though. So, I think by the end of the year, we're going to have this game in 60 FPS on PC. So, very, very good. Very excited for that. And there's not really any other gaming news going on today. Well, Crimson Desert did post a few more videos of some bosses, and they look really good, I love the WWE moves you do in the game and stuff like that. And the gimmick boss seemed cool. It's got some Dragon's Dogma style climbing in it. It looks great. We're going to be live with Dark Souls 2 tomorrow. I'm going to edit this and put this in front of the Wukong thing. We're going to be live with Dark Souls 2 tomorrow. Very excited to continue DS2. Probably around 10 or 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Swing by if you're interested. We'll be back with DS2 then. So anyways, I have been playing quite a bit of Black Myth Wukong, and I'm going to take a couple minutes here to kind of give my first impressions of, the first 5-6 hours of the game. This is the end of the actual daily update. This is just impressions. So, no spoilers, of course. However, I have to say, the story has been very interesting. I don't really understand what's going on, but it's been very, very interesting. From a gameplay standpoint, I think it's very fun. I do kind of wish you had another weapon, but kind of comboing into the different heavy attacks, it is pretty fun to do, but without transforming, I do kind of feel like there's something missing from the combat. It's been very, very fun so far. The bosses have all been well designed, and I can kind of see why they said it's a boss rush, because, there's a lot of bosses. There's a lot of bosses. The boss design's been great, though. Not going to have any complaints about that. I don't think I've had a single rough boss encounter yet. But yeah, the combat is very good. It's very snappy. Very fun. Again, I kind of wish you had a bit more to do without transforming, but even then, it's not bad. It's still very, very good. So yeah, the combat's good. The bosses are great. Visually, it looks good, but I don't really care about the visuals too much. That's just for games in general. It looks great, but that's not really something I obsess over. But it looks very, very good. The only real issue, not even issue, I wouldn't even say it's bad. It's just kind of eh. I think level design in this game is kind of mediocre, and that's because there's not really a lot to it. Sure, there's some winding paths here and there, but it's not really like the Souls games where, there's much verticality to it, or you're opening shortcuts. You don't really have any of that in this. You've got some winding paths that take you to different areas, but, a couple of them lead to dead ends, and then you go back to the one you hadn't tried yet, and that takes you to the next area. It's fine. It's not bad, but if you're coming into this looking for level design, you're going to be disappointed because there isn't really much to it in that regard. Level structure is kind of similar to the new God of War games, I would say. So yeah, it's definitely good, but as a whole, I would say the levels are not really anything special, at least so far. That could change as time goes on, but as of right now, I'm going to say the levels are kind of eh. They're kind of eh. So yeah. Combat, very fun. Bosses have been great. Enemy design is very good. Pretty good enemy variety as well. Heavy attack, the stances are very fun. Transformations are good. I've only got 2 so far. And, immobilization is stupidly overpowered. I love it. However, there's one thing for sure. There is no denying this is a Souls-like, okay? We got bonfires. Enemies respawn when you rest at bonfires. You got an Estus flask. It's got that, the Souls camera angle, everything like that. I'm not complaining about it, but to the people saying, or even the developers themselves saying it's more Souls adjacent, it's very Souls-like with some God of War on the back. It's just with some God of War just kind of chilling in the back. It's very, very Souls-like though. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. But again, if you were going into this under the assumption that, they said it's not really a Souls-like, it is definitely a Souls-like. It definitely is. I don't know why they chose to avoid that term when, honestly, that term is at its peak right now. My God, Souls-likes are booming with the Elden Ring DLC being, a Souls game, and then Lies of P being so good. So yeah, overall, very good game so far. We'll see if I finish it in the next week. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. No news on a Bloodborne Remaster today, but the emulator's doing well. That's been your daily Bloodborne Remaster update for August the 21st, 2024.